Alright, so we're here today at the 2015 Family Day Combine out at the Richmond Oval. It's one of the biggest combines of the year, so let's see what it's all about. Alright, so Dino, could you explain what the pro agility drill is?
So they start in a three-point stance, right hand down, and then explode off of the start. We allow the player to start on their movement. So the coach will take the time from the minute that they move. As soon as they come out of their stance, they explode off to their right 5 yards. There's a line that they will touch. They need to touch that line without twisting, without turning. They keep perspective on where they started. So once they're facing one way, they try to make sure they're always facing that way. 5 yards, touch the line. They turn and sprint 10 yards the opposite direction, touch the line there, and sprint back through the middle, and the clock will stop once they cross the middle.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Thanks, Dino.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so Tom, could you explain what these drills are back here that the kids are doing?
Well, there's two drills right now. There's one that's going to test the strength in the legs, and that's our standing broad jump. And basically, you're just behind a marked line, and you're just exploding and trying to jump without a running start or anything like that. Jump forward as far as you can, and we just measure it and write it down. And each year we want to see a progression there, because again, the stronger your legs are and the more explosion in your legs, you know, you're a faster, better football player. The second drill, which you'll see later on, is just using a 6-pound weighted ball, medicine ball, and it's just a chest pass from your knees. So you're on your knees and you just kind of do the old basketball chest pass for distance. And that's supposed to measure your upper body. Both these drills are done by the NFL combines, the CFL combines. So we're just kind of bringing the same things that kids get assessed with at the professional level. We're bringing it down here for this age group, and of course it's consistency, and eventually they'll get better and better at it, and it'll help them get noticed for football.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So can you tell us a little bit about the 40-yard dash?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, speed, they say, kills. In football, it's all about how fast you can get from point A to point B, right? And there's 100 yards on a football field. But what the 40-yard dash does for coaches is it gives coaches a great outline on how fast a youth is, right? When you take a 4.4440 and compare it against a 4.8440, that's a huge difference. It might sound like it's close, but realistically, when you set it up and you run the two people beside them, that's almost like a 4-foot difference, right? So when you're talking about a 4-foot difference in a receiver catching a ball and then a defensive back trying to catch that receiver, if that receiver's running a 4.4 and the DB's running a 4.84, that defensive back will never catch that receiver. But vice versa, if that receiver's running a 4.84 and that defensive back runs a 4.440, he will catch that receiver. So in terms of like position work on the field, you always have to try and match speed, right? So if you got a fast receiver, you definitely got to have fast defensive backs. So 40-yard dash is critical in the game of football because it truly gives you whether or not this youth or this adult can compete at that position.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So it works out really well, yeah.
And one more question.
Yep.
Do you have any tips on how to run a good 40-yard dash?
You're either born with it or you're not.
Okay.
I'm joking.
What?
Awesome. No, you can work at it and whatnot, but you know, the key is to breathe, maintain your drive phase, transitioning to your run phase, but enjoy it. Just have fun, you know?
Okay.
All right?
Cool. All right, so that's a wrap for the Combine. Thanks for working out with me today. And make sure to check the FOOTBALLBC website for the dates in your area.